Good afternoon. This is call number 2013-36021 in the interest of Michaela and Marissa Smith. All parties, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, ma'am. Please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Nona Smith, mother.
All right, and representing the state of Texas.
Kavita Sharma.
Court will note that Cy Daniel Smith is not present. He was personally served on May 19th, 2022 at 8470 Earl D. Lee Boulevard in Douglas County. In the state of Georgia. And it's my understanding that he was present earlier and he left of his own volition. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
Correct, Your Honor.
So we'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. And before we begin, I would like to ask you to take judicial notice of the prior agreed order in the suit to modify the parent-child relationship. This order was signed on August 29th, 2016, setting a monthly child support obligation of $300 to begin April 1 of 2016.
All right, the court will note, so note.
And Your Honor, we also have what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1, the financial activity report. And I'd like to ask you to admit that into evidence as well.
Ms. Smith, have you had an opportunity to look at this pay record?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any objections of me admitting this into evidence?
No, I do not.
All right, then the court will admit State's Exhibit 1.
Yes, Judge, and I would like to call Ms. Nona Smith. Ms. Smith, you're familiar with the prior order setting child support at $300 a month beginning April 1 of 2016. And based on that order, is it true that Mr. Smith is in arrears in child support in the amount of $7,042.82 as of December 31, 2022?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to take a judgment in that amount with a payout of $85 monthly to begin February 1?
Yes.
And Ms. Smith, are your children currently covered under health insurance?
Yes. Under CHIP.
Okay, and you were previously married to Mr. Smith, is that true?
True.
And is he a member of the military or a veteran?
He is a veteran.
And do you know what his disability rating is?
90%.
And with that 90% disability rating, he also receives a payment from the military, from the Veterans Affairs, correct?
Correct.
And would you agree that his monthly payment amount is $2,548.39?
Yes.
And does Mr. Smith have any other children, biological children under the age of 18?
No.
And are you asking the court to order Mr. Smith to now modify that prior child support and order him to pay cash medical support in the amount of $152 to begin February 1, 2023?
Yes.
And do you still continue to provide the health insurance for the children?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to, or do you agree that you will pay half of any uncovered health costs?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to modify the current child support amount to $513 to begin February 1 of 2023 as well?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to order court costs be billed to Mr. Smith?
Yes.
And you've reviewed and signed this order today?
Yes, I have.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Judge, I pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Smith, you are free to go. Thank you, Judge.
Good.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is cause number 2016-51850 in the interest of Nikki and Damien Cantu. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Yeah.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Yeah, hi, Janet Medina, and I'm the biological mother.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
My name is Jason Cantu, the father of Nikki and Damien.
All right, and representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Luis Regla.
Mr. Regla, we have a suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support of rearage. We're having a hearing today, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Do we have any stipulations?
We do not, Judge.
All right, so let's proceed with the hearing and starting off with the motion to confirm rearage.
Yes, Judge. At this point, I'm going to offer what's been marked as State's Exhibit A. This is the financial activity report, the pay record, in other words, in this case, and I ask that the exhibit be admitted at this time.
Mr. Cantu, have you had an opportunity to look at this pay record?
Yes,
Have any objections of me admitting it into evidence?
yes, I have objections, but I don't have any evidence.
I need to have a legal objection of some type, sir. Do you have a legal objection for me admitting this into evidence?
What sort of a legal evidence for?
I'm not your counselor, sir. Do you have a legal objection to admitting this matter into evidence?
Well, yeah, yes, I do.
Okay. Ms. Medina, do you have a legal, do you have an objection of me admitting this into evidence?
Yes, I do.
You have an objection?
hmm
Okay, what is your objection?
Oh, that about that he has the skills to to find work.
Oh, well, okay. That has nothing to do with this particular piece of evidence. All right. Both of the objections are overruled and State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Yes, Judge, the state's requesting a judgment in this case as of December 31st, 2022, child support arrears of $17,491.14. Medical support judgment also as of December 31st, 2022. And that medical support balance on that date is $7,643.77. And I'd ask for a judgment on both of those with the corresponding monthly payout, Judge.
As of what date? I'm sorry.
December 31st, 2022, Your Honor.
All right, call your witness.
Yes, Judge. In regards to the modification, Judge, state's requesting the court to deny the modification in this case. I'll call the parties, Judge.
All right.
Starting with the father, Mr. Cantu. As of today's date, are you employed?
No,
We were here recently on, just a second, September 29th, 2022, and that court date was reset to today's date, correct?
correct.
on September 29th, 2022, were you working?
Yes,
Okay, and in fact, payments were coming out of your paycheck, correct?
yes,
We got some payments in November of last year, and we got some payments in October of last year, and those were pulled out of your paycheck, correct?
correct.
Where were you working?
I was doing disaster relief in Florida for Hurricane Ian.
What was the name of the employer?
Valor.
What happened to that employer?
Well, work was done. Work was
What is
done.
that?
You only do so much at a disaster relief.
Okay, what does that mean for your job there?
What do you mean? What does it mean? It means it was over. Well, it was done with.
Are you still working with them?
No, I just told you the job was complete.
What
It's
kind of
contract work.
what kind of work was it that you were actually doing there?
Disaster relief for those who are affected by the Hurricane Ian.
What does that mean, sir?
Exactly what I said. Those who were affected by the hurricane in Florida, Hurricane Ian.
So you can't even explain what that actually means.
Just plain.
I understand what it means, Mr. Regla. Go ahead.
What kind of work have you been doing since the last court order was granted in this case?
Exactly what I mentioned.
You only do disaster relief. That's your only kind of work you know how to do.
No, but when it was offered at the time, there was no work at the time. So I took advantage of the situation, and that's what I did.
What did you do from March of 2022 until August of 2022? What did you do for work?
March to August, I was in Iowa. I was working in Iowa at a plant. I was a forklift operator for a shutdown. And the same thing, it's contract work. It was done with, and we got sent home.
So you actually did work March, April, May, June, July, August of 2022?
No.
Okay, well, that's the time frame that I'm talking about. What
Okay,
happened?
I worked from early July to August 6th. I think that was a 5 or 6 week shutdown. That's what they're called, turnarounds and shutdowns.
Okay, and that's when those couple of payments came out of your paycheck that are on the pay record for August then? From that short job that you had?
Yes.
Okay. Before March, so let's talk about February 2022. Did you have a short contract job back then?
I don't remember.
Okay. There were some payments that were made in your pay record in
Okay.
February of 2022. Any idea where those came from?
Well, apparently a job that I had. I mean, I don't recall the company I was working for, because like I said, I do contract work for different companies.
Okay, so today you showed up, and today now you're not employed. You're in between, I guess, applying for jobs, or what are you doing for work now?
Oh, yeah, it hasn't kicked off yet. Everybody returns to work January 9th, which is Monday. But I went to several places, like on the 3rd, yesterday. But again, I was told that everything's going to kick off on the 9th. That's when everybody comes back from the holidays.
When you say you went to places, you mean you went and applied for jobs then?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of jobs are you applying for right now?
Refinery jobs that, that I'm familiar with, my craft. I'm a equipment operator.
Okay, hold on. You said everything starts up in January again, or when?
Yeah, as far as the refineries, yes, sir.
Yes.
That's coming back from the holidays.
Okay. And
Okay.
so you're starting up this month at work?
Well, I mean, that all depends if I get hired, sir.
Okay, you have not been hired yet.
No, I've been looking.
You have it.
Look.
Yeah. Okay. Have you had any information about whether you're going to be hired or not?
Well, that's what they told me. They told me to come back on the 9th, go back to the recruiters, and they will speak to me about work. But there was no guarantees I would get hired.
Yeah. And so what have you been doing for income since you left Florida?
My friend has a glass and mirror company, and that's not my craft, but he sometimes I call him all the time, but sometimes he'll pull me and say, hey, well, I need help, installing this big glass, and I'll go over there 8-10 hours to pay me $100 or so.
Okay.
And
All
and I do my share over here where I have a room and board.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Regula. Sorry.
Sure. What do you mean when you say you have room and board? You have to work to be able to stay there, or what's the situation there?
Oh yeah, everybody's got to work to stay somewhere.
Well, where are you staying right now? That requires you to work.
With my girlfriend.
Okay. So right now she's paying your household bills in, or the household bills where you all stay at?
Yeah, it's not much. It's not much. We have a little 1-bedroom apartment here in Galena Park, Texas, and the rent's not much. It's just me and her. We don't use much electricity or nothing like that. So I mean, it's at this time, I mean, we're squeezing by, but I mean, it's affordable.
All right, sir. Are you expecting to be hired in this month?
God's willing, sir.
Okay. Then I'm going to reset this matter until we can determine that.
Yes, Judge. I have some return dates out in March, or would you like to come back before then, Judge?
Let me see.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, hold on just a second. This was filed April 5th, 2022. Give me something early April, Maria. Yes, sir. What is your question?
I was going to tell you the numbers for this court for where I got this child support number of 467 a week. That's for somebody who makes 6 figures. I've been with that woman for almost 10 years, and I have never made over $25,000 a year. So I don't know how them numbers came up.
Okay, I don't either. Hold on. April 13th.
And that was the reason.
It appears was this for a case that was decided in June of 2021?
Yes.
Okay, it appears that you did not appear.
Well, I was never served any paper, sir.
Well, then as soon as you found out, you should have come back into court, but it's too late. I can't change that amount. What is the date? 13th? I can't change that amount.
Well, that's enough.
I can't go back and change it. In other words, I might be able to change it now, but we'll see what we end up with on April 13th, 2023. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, for almost 10 years we're together, I have never made over $25,000, and it's weird, because paying that much for somebody who makes 6 figures a year,
Judge, at this time, can they be sworn to return? I will also send them a recent order, but in the meantime, can they be sworn to return?
No, I'm not swearing him to return. If he doesn't return, you take it by default again. Motion to withdraw by submission. Hold on. Oh, there was a substituted service. Okay. Hold on. You know of Eleazar Maldonado Jr., sir?
Eleazar Maldonado?
Yes, sir.
Eleazar Maldonado. That was my lawyer, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for a custody battle.
That was in December 10th, 2021.
Okay.
And then hold on.
Yeah, I had
I'm just trying to look at the record here.
Yeah, I was trying.
Okay, so by that time there was a child support order entered, right?
Yeah, it's the same one that's in here now.
Okay, all right.
Judge, there was also a motion to set aside that was denied. There's an order denying his motion to set aside the default order.
Yeah, I see that. Okay,
Yeah, that's when I got a motion to modify, and I send my last 3 years of my income tax to you guys, and that's why
Not-
we're here today.
not to me, not to me. You don't send anything to me.
Yeah, I
Don't
send it,
say you, don't say you guys, because I don't,
well, to the Attorney
I can't-
General, to Austin,
oh,
Texas.
Attorney General's office. Okay, not me. Okay,
Yeah, they
All
got
right.
it.
all
It's in
right.
the
So
system.
this matter is going to be reset for April 13th, 2023 to allow time for father to obtain employment. All right. Anything further, Mr. Regla?
No, Judge, I could have
All
them placed in different rooms. I'll send them the reset order right away.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.